Hello there. You're here with Jessica Valentine. It's my name. Hello. And I'm here to talk about Prequiem. I don't know why I'm doing the weird voice. So, I'm here to discuss the music and as far as what's to come for the future. So, I want to discuss Prequiem and basically give a synopsis of the project. So, this was something I kind of always wanted to do. I've always looked forward to doing something like this. I am currently in the midst of working on an entire original rock project that pays homage to the rock scene in the 2000s. You know, the Evanescence, Linkin Park. You know, there are just so many artists. And like in the new metal scene, obviously, there's Korn, and then also paying homage to Flyleaf, and just the 2000s rock scene has been incredible. And also even some of 90s grunge, with bands like Hole. Courtney Love is a huge influence of mine. And then there's Shirley Manson from the band Garbage, who is also a massive influence on me. She's a goddess. So I'm really excited to do this project, and I kind of just wanted to go through it and just kind of talk about it a bit. So this all really started when I decided to record the cover Sleep Well My Angel, but I also think I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself. So let me go to the actual thing. So yeah, I did start with Sleep Well My Angel, and that became my most viewed cover to date, which I thank everyone for. It was a song I always had that cover just in the tuck, but I never put it out. There were quite a few covers that I was sitting on that I never really put out, and that definitely being one of them. And I never put it out until now, where I just decided to finally re-record it and just put it out and make it part of a project. And now it's the most viewed cover on my channel, and I'm super duper grateful for that. That one it's dedicated to someone that I've lost in my life this month. I think honestly about 8 years ago now. So I dedicated that song to them, and that's a really special song to me. And I'm glad that it got more recognition than I expected, because I think it's very beautiful. And especially the reasoning for that obviously it means a lot. So I'm really glad for the support on that one. And the first song, Never Alone, that was originally going to be Take Me Away by Avril Lavigne. I had scrapped that one though, because honestly I tried to cover it and I couldn't do it. There's no shame in admitting where sometimes there are just certain songs you can't, or just certain things you just can't do. Like, I couldn't properly hit the notes that I wanted to for that song. I just felt like it sounded awful compared to what the rest of the project sounds like. It wouldn't be a good start. So I picked Never Alone because I felt like Never Alone definitely fits the theme of, loss, grieving. And I felt like, it gives sort of almost like a cinematic vibe as well, and helps kick things off on the record really well. So I'm very proud of that one. The second track, Use My Voice, was actually one I was inspired to create. I this There was no intention to have this on Prequiem at all. And I also, by the way, I also call it Prequiem because it's the prequel to Requiem. So I kind of just put it together, Prequiem. But it's was originally it's originally called Requiem. But anyways, so Use My Voice was the reasoning behind that was I think there was a negative comment on one of my covers. I think it was on the Castle's Crumbling cover. So I went ahead. I didn't really know how to react to it. So what I did was I just kind of held on to it and kind of used that to fire me up and to record the Use My Voice cover, which I'm very proud of. I went ahead and took all the energy that I had that night and just put it into that and just put it into that song. And then there's My Heart Is Broken, which I had considered covering for a really, really long time, but I just never really knew how I would cover it. I felt like it's a bit of a difficult one, but I would say that I kind of, I actually did a good job on it. Like I felt like, I did good consistently on that one. And I'm looking forward to having everyone hear that one. It's, really passionate. It's something that I'm so excited about. It was almost the original intro for Prequiem until I moved it to track 3 because I felt like I don't know, that track would better flow as a later track in the album as opposed to an opening. And then there's Innocence. So that one, oh that one. I'll just say that one is very autobiographical and very Evanescence-esque, and I'm very, very excited for that one. Follow You. This one I love, and I honestly cannot wait the people are able to hear this. It's great. I did an amazing job on Follow You, and this entire project, just in general, really means a lot to me. Follow You is extremely, extremely solid, and I just really, really love that song, and I'm so grateful that I was able to finally cover it. And then there's Lithium. Lithium. So I already knew that was on the original track list. That one was always going to be recorded. I'm so glad that I recorded that when I did because I was going to record that. I had planned, like, I would say about 6 months ago that I was going to cover that song. I never, I never really expected to, but I finally got into the zone and I finally did it, and I'm happy with it. And then the cover of In My Arms, that one, that one's a bit of a difficult one. That one's a bit of a difficult one subject wise, but I'm really, really excited and I'm very, very proud of it. And I'm so glad that, a lot of people checked it out far more than I ever expected. I'm super duper grateful for that because that cover definitely really means a lot to me. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to cover it, but I did, and I'm really, really glad that I shared it. Far From Heaven, that one's a really, really, really personal one. That's about the person that I had lost 8 years ago, and it's kind of just like you really sit and you think it's just kind of like everything you really like believe in, whether that's, faith or anything else, it's just like losing belief, losing hope, losing faith after losing a loved one, someone really, really close to you. And you don't know how you're going to regain that hope, regain that faith again. And you just feel so far removed from that mindset. And it's difficult to kind of find that again. So that's why I covered that one. And I'm really, really proud of that one. Familiar Taste of Poison. That was going to originally be the very first one that I was going to put out, but I had recorded a bunch and I felt like putting Sleep Well My Angel out first. Um, that one's also a personal one. I would say it's about the same person who inspired the art of letting go, which I will also get into later. And it's just like, no matter what, I don't think anyone should ever hold on to something, anything really, that isn't good for them. Missing, I would say, is also about that exact same person. Um, Get Over It. Get Over It was a song I had always wanted to cover. I didn't think I was going to do it for this project. I thought I was going to do it for The Art of Letting Go, but I did it for this one because I felt like sonically it would fit. I felt like it would fit this project, and I'm really, really glad that I recorded the demo and then I decided to record the official thing and put this out. Then there's Even in Death, not the OG demo version, the 2016 one. That one's about the same person that I had lost 8 years ago. And it's more so of just, missing someone, grieving them, and just, kind of being like, even in death, I still love you. That'll never change. Even in death, I'll always be here for you. Even in death, I'll, like, you'll always have a space in my heart. And I really want to help keep that person's legacy alive. And because she was a singer as well, and I want to help keep like her legacy alive and honor her and respect her as much as I can. And that's what the basis of this project like is for. Sleep Well My Angel, I think I went over that. It's about that same person and losing that person. You Look So Fine. It's a song I absolutely love that song with all my heart. Um I didn't think I would ever cover it. It's obviously about the same person I would say Familiar Taste of Poison and Missing is about. And I'm really, really proud of this cover. I'm so happy I was able to cover this song because it's such a beautiful song. And I'm looking forward to definitely putting it out on Friday. And then the final track, My Immortal. So I had to re-record that cover because I felt like the original, I don't know, it didn't live up to really my standards as to like what I would want. I felt like it was very off key, very passionless. I didn't really put my all into it. I kind of by the end of it, I just felt like, yeah, well, here you go, and I just kind of tossed it out. But this time, I decided to sing it, about the same person who a majority of Prequiem was about, the loss. And I decided to do it this time and do it right, which could also open the door for more like re-recorded covers down the line. I felt like it just needed more life, more passion, and that's what I did with this one. And I'm glad that's why I put it as the last song there. It's the very, 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 very. It was one of the last songs I had covered where I said that I was going to take a break. And ironically, now it's the last song on the new covers project that I'm putting out, Prequiem, on Friday. Um, the song has a special place in my heart. I think it's the one I'm most excited about. Honestly, I feel like it really has potential to be like potentially like the biggest cover I've ever put out, and it's just something I'm really, really proud of. You might see me like pushing it a lot and really getting behind it because I just believe in it that much. But yeah, this one I absolutely love it, and I can't wait until everyone hears it. And then as far as what's down the line, so there was the Domino Effect project, which I ended up kind of pulling the plug on for now. I kind of saw the reception kind of Domino Effect, and I felt like, I don't know, people weren't super interested in it, and I wasn't really interested in doing the entire thing anytime soon because it requires me to play a role that I kind of don't really want to play. And it's kind of like, like the old me, but like fully embracing it. And I kind of didn't really want to go there because, in a way, I feel kind of shameful doing it, but obviously, for entertainment purposes. So I'm glad that I kind of scrapped that one. Um, and then there's The Art of Letting Go, which I think is it's coming up. I don't know when it'll be out. I don't want to put a release date on it because the last time I put a release date on it on something, I went ahead and released it way way earlier than I thought I would. So that one is something I'm extremely extremely passionate about. Probably the most passionate about, honestly. It's the most personal thing like I've ever recorded, and with some of the subjects on it, I'm actually really really anxious to put it out because yeah, it gets really really deep and personal at times, and I'll I'll do a separate synopsis video for that project. But I'm really really looking forward to putting this one out and kind of going back into the pop kind of acoustic zone that I'm used to being in, because I felt like with Prequiem, with like rock and everything, I had to kind of adjust my voice for rock, and that was kind of a challenge. But I ended up doing it, and I'm proud of it. I'm really really proud of it, and yeah, I'm just really really glad to sort of kind of get back in the zone I'm most comfortable in. I feel like I could really thrive in it. A lot of the songs that I've picked, I won't announce the songs yet either until I feel like everything is really done, because I added songs to Prequiem last minute. Use my voice, namely, and the re-recording of Missing. So there are just a lot of songs that I'm really looking forward to. One of them is gonna be a re-recording, but it's such a vulnerable, strong, like covers project that I'm looking forward to putting out there. And it's kind of like it's not even just like for me putting it out there. It's also like obviously like, for my own healing and everything from, situations I've gone through, a lot of personal aspects and details of my life. It really helps with, healing and becoming a better person. So that's really what I'm aiming for. And with the way I Don't Believe You and Give You What You Like has kind of, how those two have been received, it kind of gives me, the confidence and, that really that validation to kind of go ahead and go through with the art of letting go. So I'm really looking forward to finally recording that one. But yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, but I yeah would go over the demo cuts. So the demo cuts that I had put out were songs that I covers that I had recorded. I think it was on the night that I had recorded the some I think some of them I recorded the night of, and then some of them I think I recorded the next day. The night of um the session where I recorded Use My Voice, I had recorded Hollywood Horror um in that very same session. It's something I felt like, I don't know, I kind of wanted to put on Prequiem, but I also felt like the subject matter and the lyrical content was kind of too dark. It sort of like a link, very like a much like a Linkin Park vibe. It even samples "Numb" by Linkin Park. You know, hear the doom 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 like that. Yeah, it samples "Numb." Um, I feel like, it would have been a great fit, but I didn't feel like it really fit like lyrically. And then title track, this I recorded that evening as well. Love that cover. Yeah, definitely felt like it didn't fit due to like the lyrical content, like obviously, with substances and everything and using and all of that. I felt like I don't know, it would be kind of out of place, so I just didn't, and I just added it as a demo cut. What You Want, I recorded that the day after I had recorded. Well, actually, before I go there, I should mention Taurus, which I really, really, I was really, really excited for. I would have loved to add that to the project, but again, I just didn't feel like it fit. Like really, like with this, like with the style and sonically, and I just didn't feel like it would fit. And What You Want is a cover that it was something I had randomly just felt like recording, and I kind of did it, and I felt like putting it on the Prequiem demos cut because I feel like it didn't fit the project sonically enough to add to it. But I felt like I wanted to put it out. It's a rock track. It would obviously fit with the Prequiem section, so I just decided to put that on there. High Low is something that I ended up scrapping for Prequiem. I heavily considered adding this to the full project, but yeah, I don't know. It's just I felt like in a sense like sonic, not sonically, but like there are a lot of synths and stuff. Well, I could say that about Follow You, honestly, because Follow You isn't really like a traditional 2000s rock track. It gives that vibe to me, but I don't know, I felt like Follow You fits a bit more than High Low. High Low is more like with an orchestra and everything. I don't feel like it's like a rock song, so I felt like to add it to the demo cuts, and I felt like it was kind of sonically similar to My Heart Is Broken. So I decided to just kind of scrap that one. Just Tonight, I wasn't necessarily pleased with that performance, if I can be honest. Um, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe there are people out there who would still enjoy this, who'd still want to hear this for whatever reason. Um, so I decided to put it out, and yeah, it's and then there's Understanding, which I had never ever thought I would record a cover for that song specifically, especially consider how long it is and everything, but I did. And I felt like with sort of like the death, the horror vibes that I want to go with for like the actual project Requiem, I felt like that matched that, but I also felt like it didn't match Prequiem, so that's why I added it to the as a last song to the demo cuts. And I'm super duper proud of that one. Love that one. It's very very much a demo cut. You can kind of tell sonically, um, just like the just like how I performed it, like the vocal performance and everything. You could very much tell that it's a demo cut. And yeah, so I think that's really it for those. I think that's really it for like the synopsis and everything. If anything, I'll Prequiem will be out this Friday at midnight. Um, the playlist is up now, but only some songs are out. Not everything else will be out midnight this Friday. And I think the only ones that you can currently access right now on the playlist would be the songs that I've already released. So yeah, thank you for listening if you listen to this, and I'm really really excited for everyone to hear Prequiem, and in the future The Art of Letting Go, then will also get another synopsis. So I thank everyone for taking the time to listen, and yeah, see y'all Friday at midnight. Bye bye.